Hi there. Welcome to Mental Fitness at Your Desk, a brand new live session series by Nia, designed to help challenges with more confidence and calm. My name is Lee, and I'm a licensed clinical psychologist. We are excited to have you here today. In each session, we'll guide you through exercises rooted in evidence to build resilience and maintain mental well being. Whether you're dealing with stress, anxiety, or just looking to enhance your mental strength, these sessions are here to support you. In our previous talk, we explored the technique of cognitive diffusion, which is all about creating a mismatch between your thoughts and reality. The idea was from your thoughts to see them as mere words or images rather, and this helped us create some space between what we think and how. Today we are taking that concept a step further by recognizing just how temporary and unreliable our thoughts can be. We will talk about something that has the potential to shift the way we handle stress, anxiety, and the temporary and unreliable nature of thoughts. If you've ever been consumed by a thought, something like, I'll never succeed at this, or everyone is judging me, then you know how powerful and real these thoughts can feel in the moment. But here's the thing, thoughts, even the most overwhelming ones, reflections of reality. Infallible and more likely fleeting clouds in the sky than fixed truths. So, today we'll explore this idea in depth, look at why it's important, and learn some potential strategies for breaking free from the grip of negative thoughts. So, let's understand why are thoughts unreliable. First, let's unpack why our thoughts can be so difficult to trust. As humans, our minds are wired to generate thoughts constantly. Some of these thoughts are facts and observations, especially the negative ones, are based on fear, insecurity, or past experiences. When we are faced with a challenge, our brain goes into survival mode, trying scenario to protect us. This is an ancient mechanism meant to keep us safe from danger. But in modern life, it can manifest as anxiety or self-doubt. For example, a presentation at brain might generate thoughts like, I'm going to mess this up, or everyone thinks I don't know what I'm talking about. These thoughts are not facts. They are your brain's way of trying to prepare for a potential threat like embarrassment or failure, even though may not actually exist. Here's the key point. Just because a thought feels real doesn't mean it is real. Brains are great at making us believe these thoughts are exaggerations or distortions of reality. Understanding this can help us create a little between ourselves and giving us the freedom to question them rather than accept them. Now, let's talk about the temporary nature of thoughts. You've noticed this yourself. 1 minute absorbed in a negative thought, and the next, something got your attention and the thought is gone. This happens. Thoughts, like emotions, are fluid. They don't ever. Even though in the moment, think of your mind like the sky and the thoughts clouds. Some clouds are light, barely noticeable, while others are stormy. Regardless of the they all pass by eventually. The backdrop of your mind remains unchanged. When we realize just as passing mental events, not fixed parts of who we are. Having a particularly stressful day, I am failing at in that it might feel overwhelming. If you give it some time, an hour thought will replace it and your emotional state will shift. That seemed so all encompassing. Recognizing this allows back from the intensity of the moment and realize that just like clouds move on. Let me make this idea practical. Think to a time when you had a strong negative that took over your mind. It could have been something like going to finish this project on time or I'll never for this. These kind of thoughts often feel so important that they influence your behavior and how we interact with the world. Now think about actually happened. Did things turn out feared? Maybe it finished the project. It wasn't as bad as you imagined. What you likely find is that situation resolved itself in a way that was different from your initial thought. This reflection is crucial because it helps us see that our thoughts are often unreliable narrators of our life. We don't have the final word on what happens. And just because we think something doesn't make it true. The science behind the negative thoughts. Also, a psychological bias for why we are experiencing these strong, often negative thoughts. It's called the negativity bias. Our brains are evolutionary programmed to focus more on negative experiences than positive ones. This was useful for survival. Our ancestors needed to remember dangers to avoid in future. But in today's world, where threats are more like rather than physical, this bias can lead us to overestimate the likelihood of negative. For instance, let's say constructive feedback at work. Your brain might latch onto that criticism and start generating thoughts like, I am terrible at my job, or everyone thinks I am incompetent. This negativity bias makes difficult feedback as a growth opportunity rather than a personal failure. Understanding wired this way we can begin to challenge these thoughts. We can remind ourselves that while they seem powerful, they are not reflections. They are just way of trying to protect our perceived threat. So, how do we deal with these unreliable and temporary in the moment? One powerful technique is reframing. When a negative thought, take a step back and in a more balanced way. Instead of thinking, I'm going to fix this, try something like, this is challenging. Reframing doesn't mean ignoring the difficulty of a situation. It simply means acknowledging that your initial thought might not be the whole truth. It allows you to shift place of fear and helplessness to one of resilience and capability. Another example, if you're thinking everyone is judging, reframe it to maybe something, but that doesn't mean they are judging me negatively. This small shift can reduce the intensity and help you feel more in control. Here's a visualization can help you. The next time a thought arises, imagine it as a cloud passing through the sky, better as a float in a parade. It comes into maybe with loud music or flashing lights demanding your attention. But float in a stay. It moves on and eventually it's out of your sight. By visualizing your thoughts this way, you can create some mental distance from them. You start to see them not as permanent fixtures in your life, but as temporary events that come and go. This perspective can be incredibly freeing, especially when dealing with anxiety or self doubt. The ultimate goal here is to create and your thoughts. You are not your thoughts. You are the observer of your thoughts. By recognizing their temporary and unreliable nature, to respond to them with curiosity rather than fear. When a negative thought arises, instead of getting swept up in it, you can ask yourself, is this thought really true? Is it helpful? Or is it just another passing cloud? The more you practice this, the easier it becomes to sail across lives with a sense of calm and clarity. You will find that over time, negative thoughts lose their grip on you, and you are able to with more curiosity and less emotional intensity. As we wrap up, I want our thoughts are often just permanent residents. They may come strong, but they don't have to stay. By recognizing, by questioning their truth, and by letting them pass, we can free ourselves from the emotion that thoughts often create. Self caught in a negative thought, take a deep breath, visualize it up passing by a cloud, and remind yourself You are so much more. Thanks for tuning in today. Keep observing, keep reflecting, and the most importantly, between you and your thoughts. Until next, care.